Hello, Jennifer with you from Aster Anne, and today I'm going to talk with you about our Georgia clutch bag. I'm going to show you what we get inside, and I've got a plan for some embellishing, so let's check out what you get inside your Georgia clutch. Okay, so the Georgia clutch it's a great little bag. It's a fabulous size for all kinds of things. And really simple to put together. So we have our main body part, which this becomes our front like that. So that's our main body. It comes with the zipper pocket already pre-inserted. We have a front facing and also two gusset pieces, which have already got the darts already done in them for you. These goodies, so we've got some pins and some needles. We have a magnetic closure and also some strap attaches, plus our crossbody strap. Not least of all is we have some instructions. So that's everything that you get in your Georgia clutch, and now decided I'm going to do some machine embroidery. Okay, so I've got my machine all set up now, and I've got my hoop and everything hooped. I'm just going to do a little bit of basting to baste this on, and then we will see the embroidery start. Okay, so that's all basted down, and now let's get started. Alright, I just basted it down with the totes thread that I'm using, and let's get this happening. Oh, it's looking good so far. And voila, look at that, one flower done. And now I'm just going to change my thread to get ready for the next one. Hey, so look at that. All done, and it looks amazing. I am just going to unhoop it so we can have a better look. Get that out. Oops. Out of our way. I just need to do a little bit of trimming up here. So it's really easy to do machine embroidery onto the felt. You can see there's really no preparation. Just get it on and start stitching. I'm just going to cut this away a bit so we can do the next step. So our front facing just gets stitched on here. It'll just be like that. So I like to just put a couple of pins in just to hold that in place. Just there. And kind of pin that there. So that would be there. And then we're taking our front flap over. We're just lining up, see the indentation that we have in our Georgia clutch. So just lining that up, and then we will be able to see where the other half of our closure goes. So snapping it back on there and off. And that's where we need to stitch the other half. So that's what we need to do now, is that. And the other thing we need to do is to stitch on our strap attaches. I tend to do these by hand. That's my personal choice. You can do them by machine if you prefer, but I like to just kind of work around the pocket that we've got here a little bit. So I'll just mark those with these. Again, just working around with the pocket, and we also need to make sure that we've allowed enough for a seam allowance here for stitching in our side gussets. Oops, nearly got it there. And it would be the same for the other one. I'll undo these pins so we can stitch this back on. And for this part of it, we are really just basically following the holes that we have already pre-punched in our closure. We'll just follow those and stitch it on. It does make it nice and easy having the holes already pre-punched. Okay, and back there. I forgot to say earlier, so I have left enough so I can stitch along the side there. So we just tie that off. Bury our thread. So what we're looking at is having the top of our attachment in line with our indentation in there. So with this top one, you do need to pop your needle in and then pull it through and then go back into the fabric. The way it has been made is that the hole is just under there a little bit, so it's a little bit tricky. You can't kind of just go straight in. So keep that one in mind. I like to, pull it taut, and then I'm going into the felt. I'm going across to the other side, coming up. Now I'm going back in between the fold over on the attacher, and I'm going to do that a couple of times, and that just keeps it really nice and tight at the top. Go back across, and I'm just going part of the way through the felt as well, so I'm not going all the way. It's part of the way there, and then we just keep going down around. Okay, so that's how we sew those on. It's got these other two to do, but that's pretty simple, right? So we can just get the other two sewn on, and then when we come back, we will be doing the next part is to insert our gussets and pop on our facing. All right, here we are at the machine, ready to sew on our front facing. And we're just going to do that. I have got still my open toe foot on. That's kind of my favorite one to use, but I've moved the needle across. You may like to change to a zipper foot so that we can go around the closure that we've got here. So I'm just going to stitch away here. I'm using a grey thread because I want it to actually blend in, but there are different times where I might do a contrast thread, really depending on the embellishing that I've done. Just around the corners. And with our felt kits, you can feel that they're all heat cut, so you can feel the edges, and I'm just feeling along, making sure that the pieces are together, which makes them really easy to stitch. Just going to lift up my foot just to get around the closure, around over the closure, and past there. And around another corner. So our kits really are designed to just ease around in any of the corners. And we will up, and have a look. Oh, still a little bit of basting on there. So get rid of the basting, but you can see there's the front facing done. And now we need to do the gussets. And for the gusset, it really is, so I like to stitch them so that I'm putting the body onto the gusset. So in this case, I would start pinning, and we're marrying up where we've got the indentation in there on that side, and then we have on the other side obviously our front. So pin that there. And why we do this is that we're enabling the body to move and be scrunched, for a better term, just to go around those corners. So it's easier to manipulate the body of that clutch than it is to do anything with the facing, the gussets. So I'm just going to get ready to stitch that one. I'm going to pop my needle back in the middle, and we're going to stitch away. When I have these ones, I just fold down from the center there. So I'm kind of scrunching, as I said, with that word, and getting the rest of the body of our clutch out of the way. And your seam width is entirely up to you again. I can have sometimes done, up to 1 centimetre wide, depending on if I want to make a feature of it. And then you can also do, just a few millimetres. So personal choice. Same with the thread like we used on the front facing. You can make a statement or you can have it blend. So lifting up my foot and go around. Fold that over. Just going to pull it around a little bit. So the felt is really easy to work with and move. It's very forgiving and very user-friendly. So come to this side, marry that up, being mindful around the closure actually, and just do that, and there we have it, one side done. And here we are, our Georgia clutch all finished. So our strap attaches all on, side gussets all stitched in, front facing all done. All we need to do now is just clip on our handles. So just one there and one there. So super simple. And that's it. So putting together our Georgia clutch really is so easy. So I just want to show you a couple of other things that I have done. So if I was maybe doing this again, or how I have done it previously, is I have actually embroidered the back as well, and underneath the front flap, and even added in an extra flower there. So you can do as little or as much as you would like. Another thing I have done with our Georgia clutch with this embroidery design is to do some stenciling in the background, which is another fun way of having the embroidery done. And something else I've been playing with as well is just popping a little bit of fabric behind part of it and making it look quite different. This is just another one that I have embellished. This is done by machine as well, and we were talking earlier about, you know, the closure, stitching them on with a contrast if you want to go that way. Decorating the front facing. So that's just another one that I have done. This one, it's kind of like my little bit of a blingy one. Stenciling in the background again, and a little bit of appliqué. And this one, I have done some crazy hexagons. Another whole process. That'll be another video another day, but just some hexagons on there. And just want to let you know too that our little zipper purse has been designed to fit nice and neatly inside our Georgia clutch, just like that. So you can do sets. And just an idea, but it has been made to fit in there. So just another way. So lots of different things that you can do with our Georgia clutch, as with all of our felt kits. And so if you want to see some more, please check out our website, www.asteranne.com.au. And you can also find lots of inspiration on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, I don't know, all the things. So check us out, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you've really enjoyed this video. I hope you have, and yes, come back and check out some more, and thank you for watching, and happy embellishing.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more great tips, tricks, and tutorials. You can also sign up for our weekly newsletter to get the first look at free projects, sewing tips, and inspiring tutorials delivered right to your inbox. Check out the description box below to sign up, as well as find a list of stores and retailers that you can purchase WonderFil threads from in your country.